What's going on, everybody? So it's finally time to actually work on these windows. I've had these water spots on them for a while, probably since I've bought the car, and they've been the hardest to get off. I've tried a couple different things, so it's finally time to actually try out this water spot killer. This is what I got this for. Now I've been testing it out on the bathroom a little bit because we do have hard water here, and it's been amazing. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and try this on the windows and see if it actually helps it out. Hopefully, we will see. But yeah, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna go through and see if it actually gets these hard water spots off.
So here you can see these spots that I've been having troubles getting off for the longest time. Now this is dirty. This is after a wash, so we'll go ahead and we'll do some window cleaner and I'll show you that these still don't come off.
So I've gone ahead and taped off half of it to see this will be our control, and then I'll go ahead and clean it and see if this actually helps out or not. We'll go ahead and try to clean it with some glass cleaner, and then we will go ahead and clean it with this water spot killer to see which one works the best.
So just got done cleaning this one with some glass cleaner. You can still see that there's a whole bunch of water spots all over the glass. And if I go down here, you can see I had some wax that got flung off of something, and I've still got residue of that wax down here, and I've never been able to get it off. I've tried cleaners, and you just saw me try to clean it with glass cleaner, and it's still on there. And here's the control. You can still see it's got water spots on it. So we'll go ahead and put some of this cleaner on and see if it actually cleans it off.
Since this stuff is an acid, it's a light acid, I do have a garden hose ready to wash it off once I'm done, and that will help neutralize it. Now, I should be having some soap, but I'm gonna go ahead and wash the whole car after I'm done here to get all that, make sure that acid's off, because as soon as it's done here, it goes straight to the paint, down to the wheels, over everything. So I wanna make sure that I neutralize everything, so I'll go ahead and just wash the whole car. Now I've tried this with a little brush and an applicator, and honestly the best way that works out for me is just spray some on and rub it around with your hands. It works the best. It gets in all the nooks and crannies, and you can feel with your hands, especially with gloves. Now this is an acid, wear gloves, but especially with gloves you can feel where bumps are, and you can feel where those little water spots are actually hanging out at. So what I do, just spray a couple sprays on and just rub it around with your hands and work it into each of the areas, and then wash it off with water. Now I'm gonna go ahead and let that sit for a second, but not very long, because I want to get that off, get it done working, and then go ahead, and if there's another couple spots left on, I'll go ahead and work those specific spots especially. But now I've got this stuff all over my gloves. Go ahead and wash it off your gloves. Make sure you get all that off your gloves, and then go ahead and wash down all the stuff off of the car. There we go, got that done. Now I'm gonna take a towel and clean it off, and then if I need to, take some of the glass cleaner and put some glass cleaner on it. But if I'm gonna do this again, I'm gonna just go ahead and feel it out with the rag, or actually in this case I've got some towels. I'm gonna feel it out and see if I need to do some more or not, or if it's okay. If it's okay, then I'll take some glass cleaner, clean it off, and then go ahead and move on to the prepping phase, which put some glass sealant on it. Probably some Rain-X on it for right now, but maybe get some sealant, some glass sealant, since it's actually down to the bare. go ahead and let this dry for a second, and I'll show you just with one application what it actually has done to the actual glass.
Still a couple little spots right there, but over here it's completely clean. This is just some water. But over here, we've actually still got a whole bunch of water spots on it. Now you can really tell a difference. This is the untreated side. This is treated just once. Now this side definitely still has some Rain-X on it because I use Rain-X on all of my windows, but this side has been treated with the killer and it should have absolutely nothing on it besides just straight glass. Now the easiest way to tell if you still have some repellent on it or some sealant or some wax or something is take some water. If you take your water, you can see the difference. Always tell when something isn't coated because it sheets off like this nice and slow versus where it just kind of gets thrown off the car. Now this will still leave a little bit of water behind, which is okay, but you can tell with that full sheet when it actually comes off that yes, this side is untreated, it has nothing else on it. So we'll go ahead and we'll follow this up with some Rain-X, just spray it on, wipe it off, and it should be good enough. Actually, with this one, I might try, I've got some Fuso Soft 99. I might try this one window with some wax to see if it is still decent, if it goes on okay. If not, I'll just hit it with some killer and take that stuff off. But I want to try that out on windows because I have a feeling like it might streak, but hopefully it doesn't. That might be another video. We will see. So I've had these little white speckles on this panel and on this side of the car for the longest time, and it's old wax that I've never been able to get off. So we're gonna try some of this water spot killer, see if it actually will take it off. Just finished washing it. Not perfect, but it is a lot better than it was. We'll wait for this to dry, and you can see there's still some right there. There's one little spot in the middle, but for the most part, it's off. Now some of this, like this stuff up here, that's from this little rag. Seems to be a couple little ones right there. So we'll try to hit it again. Maybe we need to let it sit a little longer. But yeah, they're definitely a lot less noticeable than those ones.
Well, it turns out that getting water spots to show up on a camera, not very easily. So hopefully I got them well enough for you guys to actually see. If you can't see it, it is night and day difference. These have been on the car for almost 7+ years since I've had the car. I bought it back in 12 and it is now 19. That's crazy. Those have been on there forever and I've never been able to get them off. And I've tried multiple different water spot removers. I've tried vinegar, I've tried home remedies, I've tried this and that, and nothing has come even close to doing what this has done in like 10 seconds. It's crazy. Now hopefully I can keep them off, and I need to get a reverse osmosis system for my car wash system, but for right now, hopefully it'll be fine. I'm just awestruck by this. Pearl Nano, good job on this product. Love it. I'm gonna keep buying some more.
Here we've got a really good comparison. So this is cleaned, and that is not. You can see all those water spots, and as soon as I get into the clean section, they're gone. Now, to do a comparison, got a piece of tape on here. This has been cleaned, this has not been cleaned. Cleaned, not cleaned, and I'm going to go ahead and use this Meguiar's water spot. Now, I've used a whole bunch of this and have not had decent results. And these have been on here for, like I said, 7 years. So we'll try this, we'll give this a whirl, and compare how long it takes to do a little section versus the Pearl Nano. So here we go, we've got our Meguiar's water spot, our brand new microfiber. Shaking it up real good. And it says to put a little bit on and work it aggressively into small areas. Pretty generous amount. So here we can see this was the Pearl Nano, and now the tape, I worked all the way from the tape. Pearl Nano ended about the end of the tape. Actually, it ended about right in here, judging by the tops right here. So it's right in there. So that's Pearl Nano, this is Meguiar's. You can see it still has stuff, and I worked it all the way to the end of the tape. Can't really tell until I get it onto the clouds. But yeah. So now, take that spot that we just did with the Meguiar's. 4. Go ahead, work it in with my hands real quick. Wow. Another tip is if you can get your hands on one of these squeegees, works out great for this to show you where you're done and where you aren't done. So that just took off all the stuff that the Meguiar's could not. With way less effort, and it's way easier to work with. Now don't get me wrong, the Meguiar's is an okay product, but for what I need, how long that's been on there, I've tried going over all these windows with that stuff and I have not, it's still there. I haven't been able to get it off. For my needs and my purposes, it does not work though. That being said, this water spot killer works amazing. The other thing I don't like about the Meguiar's is if you let it dry just a little bit, it is extremely hard to get off. You have to put more product on, and then you have to make sure that you get it off before it dries again. So you constantly going through microfibers, finding a dry spot, because if you have a bunch of product on one area, you flip it over, you go to clean it, well now you've got a whole bunch of product on that area. So now that side's contaminated and you can't wipe it off very easy. As you saw probably with me trying to get it done, I had to change where I was putting my microfiber, brand new, where I was trying to clean it off because I kept having streaks show up. That was the biggest problem I had with it.
with the water spot killer, you just spray it off, hose it off, done. Now that you guys have seen the process, I'm gonna do that on all my windows. Go ahead and get that done, and then go ahead and give this car a wash to help neutralize that acid even more. It should be off the car. I've taken my time, I've watered it down pretty good. I've watered it not only from the window, but everything below it and around it. So go ahead and treat these with some Rain-X and get it that way. I'm gonna do some soft 99 on this one window and see if that actually fixes it. Now that's a wax, it's actually like a 12-month long super wax. I don't know, it's supposed to be pretty good. I'm gonna try it out on this one window, see if it actually will hold up, see if it does decent versus some Rain-X. Maybe I'll put half this soft 99, half Rain-X, see which one lasts longer, see which one does better. But my biggest problem is these water spots. I can't keep them off the car. Have the biggest problem with it. So whichever one helps out the best, hopefully it will help out. Now, like I said, I've had these water spots since I've bought the car, so they've always been there, and it's nice to actually see them go away for once. Anyways, with that done, that's how you use a water spot killer. That's how I use it. That's how I put it on my windows. That's how I take it off. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. If you find this helpful, leave a like on this video. If you have a different method, if you like to do something else, leave a comment. Let me know how your way works best for you. Maybe I'll try that out. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Maybe you're doing it better. Who knows? We don't know until we try it, right? Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.